at the center of South Carolina's coastline sits a city as historic as it is beautiful. Here, amongst America's most beautifully kept architecture, lies a rich 300-year history just waiting to be discovered. And I'm about to do just that. Hi, Mark.
Hey, Cara, how are you?
Very good. I understand you're going to take me on a carriage tour.
I am. Welcome to Charleston. Come on board.
So, Mark, when people think of the history of Charleston, they think of the Civil War. Is that because it started here?
Probably. That's why most people think of Charleston. The first shot of the Civil War, April 12th, 1861, was fired in Charleston Harbor, and the American Civil War was fought over the right of the southern states to secede from the United States to start their own country. And Charleston did fire the first shot in anger at the American Civil War, Fort Sumter.
So something that really strikes me going through these streets, Mark, is the architecture and all of these houses.
We like to brag the city of Charleston was the first American city to have a comprehensive preservation law. They all have one thing in common, one room wide.
Really?
So houses are narrow and long to accommodate sea breezes. Who wants to be hot if you don't have to?
Exactly. One of the things I always think of with Charleston is the dance, the Charleston.
Absolutely.
So that came from here?
In 1923, there was a music show in New York City, and a black piano player named James Johnson had written a song called The Charleston based on the dance steps he saw some from Southern boys in Charleston dancing. And in that show on Broadway, he had women on the stage scantily clad in short skirts, flapping their legs and the arms and twirling around. Within like 6 months, it was the most famous dance in America. Got imported to Paris and London, so you cannot think about the 1920s without that dance being part of the culture.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've really got to grips with some of the history from a man that knows.
Well, I'm always happy to show people my hometown. Come on, Loretta. If Loretta could talk, I would probably be looking for work.
One thing people might not know about Charleston is that the area was home to America's first golf course. Many have been built since, and some of the most famous lie just 20 miles south of Charleston in a golf resort on Kiowa Island. Home to 5 world-class golf courses and luxurious accommodation facilities, there's no doubting that Kiowa Island is a premier golf destination. And a taste of this exclusive golfing haven is also available to the public. It's the Ocean Course by Pete Dye that stands out as one of the best in the USA. Although built in 1991, the course is already steeped in championship history. Stephen, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks
Welcome to Kiowa.
I think no matter where you are in the world, this golf resort is raved about. Of course, the 1991 Ryder Cup was famously staged here, became known as the War on the Shore, and that's the same year the course was built, so quite a punchy step to host a Ryder Cup in its opening year.
That's true. It's the only course in the United States of America that was awarded the Ryder Cup prior to being built. You know, we've hosted a number of other events since that Ryder Cup, and you know, the 2012 PGA Championship is indicative of how the golf course has really matured.
Yeah, you have hosted some amazing tournaments here, which we're going to get onto in a little bit, but let's take a little walk up to this famous 18th here and talk a little bit about the design features of the course that Pete Dye implemented.
There's 10 holes that play directly along the Atlantic Ocean. You can see the Atlantic Ocean from almost every hole on the golf course. What you notice here on the 18th hole is not only the beauty of the golf hole, but the challenge of it. Here on our right, a lot of the waste areas, the sandy areas that are also played is through the green on the golf course because they're not bunkers. If we didn't have the golf course and we didn't have the maintained turf, this is what the natural environment would look like. You can ground your golf club in here, you can take practice swings, you can do all those things.
Okay, well, let's head over to the 18th green where we've witnessed some spectacles over the years. I'm going to start back at the 1991 Ryder Cup. Bernard Langer famously missed that 6-foot putt. He would have beaten Hale Owen. Europe would have retained the cup, but instead USA won 14.5 to 13.5. Now, I did want to try and have a go at replicating that putt, but apparently it's not possible anymore.
That's right. You know, it's going to live in history, it's going to live on video, but we can't replicate it. This green that we're standing on now, the new 18th green, was actually moved to this location in 2003 by Pete Dye. It was about 20 yards over this way where you can kind of see the waste area, the sandy area that we were just looking at.
Well, I'm keen to have a go at some kind of putt,
Sure.
so I think there's one that we can do, can't we?
We can. We don't have 25,000 people standing around watching us, but the putt is a relatively straight putt. It breaks a little bit to the left and then a little bit back to the right. So let me give it a shot.
It's looking good. Oh,
yes!
No way! You've got to hold it. He definitely works here. Right, how do I live up to that? Let's see.
That's good speed. Go just a little right.
Whoa.
Oh! Nice putt.
I'm not going to win the PGA
Not too
Championship
bad.
by a record 8 strokes, am I?
You had a few shots to give, though.
Well, I will definitely take it. Thank you very much. And I guess anyone can come here and play the Ocean Course and try and replicate Rory's famous putt. Well, it's been a real pleasure being here. This place truly lives up to its reputation as a fine golf course and really something that highlights this place as a golf destination. So thank you for having us.
Our pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Stephen. People travel to Charleston for many reasons, and one of the big attractions is to experience the local cuisine. Whether it be the signature dish of shrimp and grits or fresh from the dock seafood, this city is a culinary haven. Offering a fine dining experience but with friendly service very much in keeping with South Carolina's southern charm, the Charleston Grill is the perfect place to come and get some authentic southern flavour. Hi Michelle, I'm Cara.
Cara, nice to see you.
And
Welcome.
thank you. So you are the executive chef here at Charleston Grill.
I am.
And you're going to talk us through one of the signature dishes, I understand.
This is our signature dish. I think they would probably burn the restaurant down if we ever tried to take this crab cake off the menu. So,
Okay, so crab cakes it is.
crab cakes it is. Let's get to work. Get your apron on. Let's get to work here.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you help us make some of the crab cake mix before
Yes.
we get to cooking.
Yeah, of course.
So what we're starting here with the little mayonnaise, egg whites, some fresh herbs, chives, thyme, and lemon zest.
Okay.
All we're trying to do is just give it enough binder to hold it together. So we're going to say a little prayer, add a little love, and with all of that,
Wow.
it should just stick together.
How many crab cakes is this for?
This will probably make like 4.
I was going to say, there's a good amount of crab in
Yeah.
these crab cakes.
Go ahead. So now we've got our mix. That should be good. And now we're going to make a little bit of fresh breadcrumb.
Okay.
And just roll that into it until we make these right here.
This is my first visit to Charleston, and I'm trying to understand everything that makes the city so magical, and food is such a big part of it, isn't it?
It's a huge part of it. It really comes full circle here with our farmers, our fishermen, and our chefs all working together to provide something special on a plate for our guests. And in that, it becomes just a big plate of low country love in front of the guests.
And are you a nice boss?
I don't know, you'd have to ask them. My guys. Inyo. Nice boss?
Great boss, great boss. Okay, that's good to know.
Two of the low country's favorite things around here is crab and shrimp. All right, so now we've got our crab cake all nice and brown. See how beautiful that is? All right, so now we've got our little crab cake here. This is our beautiful little warm vinaigrette, a couple little shrimp. And really all we want to do is just put enough on there to help accentuate that little crab.
This smells delicious. Okay, so I'm good to taste?
Dig in.
I'm very excited about this, Michelle.
So when we do a crab cake, we want it all crab, not cake.
Yes, I agree. Okay, ready?
Enjoy. Get that little citrus in there, the sweetness of the crab.
That is so fresh. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely, you've wowed me.
Oh, yay.
I'm
Good.
coming back to Charleston Grill any day. Michelle, thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
What an absolute delight. Thank you very much.
Well, it's easy to see how Charleston has become such an alluring holiday destination. There really is something for everyone in this quaint city of South Carolina.